Okay. Okay. So all meditations start with focusing in the two key points that we have, either in the center of your forehead where the eyebrows meet, or focusing on your heart. So one of these 2 points we can always select, because there are some who are coming for the first time. So I'm going to be starting with the generic and then taking you down the most extreme. The first thing about a meditation is you have to be really clear. What is your intention? Why is it that you are willing to close your eyes and shut off the world? Why? We were all born, and as spirits we rush to this planet to be born, and we are always, I want to be awake, I want to be more conscious, I want to be having more experiences. People are paying 10 million, 20 million dollars to pay and take flights of 10 minutes to space and feel like astronauts, and 10 20 million, and you are an astronaut for 10 20 minutes, because they want to have this feeling, this so when we have come to this world for such strong feelings, that's our currency at the end of the day. If you have, supposedly, if you have more money, then you can have more feelings or more sense gratifications. You can go to different exotic places, and there in exotic places lie on the sand and feel that that's what life is about, and have the sun shining on you, etc. While the locals, they would like to really avoid. They look at all these tourists. Or you can go to India, and you can think, oh, India is a place where the god is hiding somewhere, and you can go to half-naked people, and of course it's a tourist trap. What are the Indians going to say? That, oh, come and like take this technology from us, etc., which we don't have or something. So every place has got its own pros and cons, and that's one of the tricks. And out of those thousands of people offering enlightenment in a place like India, there are going to be one or two who are going to, there are pockets of real spiritual wealth, but those pockets of wealth, spiritual wealth, why do you think that they are not in North America? Do you think that there is a disconnect that, oh, North America has money and people are in comfort, are living in comfort, so they cannot be enlightened? And because in India they are like half naked and dying of starvation and right now really in a bad state, so they must be enlightened. Where's the logic in that? There's no logic in that. Money does tend to taint, but don't fight it. It's just one of the many things on the planet. You don't start fighting with anything. And as it is, there's so many people willing to die for money. So respect their life, respect their effort at least. Don't fight with money. But as a spiritual person, you have to be so strong that whether you have money, you don't have money, you should be having the one main parameter attribute of a spiritual person. The heart should be smiling and, if possible, laughing at yourself. You can't be going around, I'm laughing at the COVID that others are dying. But definitely, you can laugh at the idea that COVID is killing you and you're done with life. If not COVID, something will take you or us. And if you are able to laugh at that, rather, when you are able to laugh at the idea that you are dying physically, letting go of everything on this planet, but you are laughing. at a level of heart. The body might be in pain. That is pure enlightenment stuff from the word of Hallmark cards. But it's one of those things. I do not know it. I trust the knowledge which flows through me and the knowledge which I've imbibed. Some of the things I have not practiced in my life. But I have the confidence of knowing and the faith that yes, this knowledge is correct. So, the first thing of the meditation, a smiling heart, the intent of the meditation is, may I serve the universe. But the I is not the I that you think you are. This I with a, let's say if I say, oh, okay, my name is Tarun and my nose, look at this, it's a broken nose and this and that, and I'm going to be teaching you something. Where's the value in that? Well, you will be laughing, there's value in the laughter, but no. When we communicate, when we meditate, we are expressing an intention that I want to commune and communicate with the infinity inside and around. Now, around us, there is no infinity. Everything is perishable. Everything has an expiry date. And there are lots of illusions. The world is spinning. The time is changing. But we are not thrown off the planet. And all the material, all the matter that you see, rather, is 99.999, not zero. 99.9 times, 26 times is not there. It's emptiness. It's, as Buddha said, shunyata, zero, null. But we perceive it to be solid. So if all the matter on the planet was to be consolidated, it would become like a golf ball, not more. But we don't see that emptiness. We live in a world where we think things are constant. Some things are changing, but not that. And we think of ourselves always in a singular. So we live in a world where there's so many things happening and so many senses. We have 5 senses, but so many combinations, etc. But there is only one who senses. And that one is in that each body has got one. And now you go to the next level. Think of it that when in meditation, when we are communicating, it's like you have found a cell phone, that's me, and you're talking with God, the infinity, that words cannot describe. And when you communicate, you're not going to be asking, as most of the humanity does, oh God, oh, please, sir, God, I want something more. I want to be happy. 2 more grams of orgasms, physical orgasms, 2 more grams. Yes, in some way that I like it more. 2 more grams of that. Hopefully, 10 more grams of respect. And if I can't have these, then at least 50 grams of some real cash money or something like that. And that's all. That's all. For most people, even enlightenment is something, I will look like this. Actually, on the internet, there are some dudes, I'm going to say, who look like this, and then I'm enlightened. I won cancer or something. And now you can have a personal Skype session, $500 per hour, and that will change your life. Yeah, of course, if you pay $500, it will change your life. You're going to be coming out bitter and angry. So, but people buy into it, or it will be something. So the people are paying $2,000 to $10,000 to open the third eye, and then someone want to talk with the dead, not with the real people, but with the dead. And some people want to, I want to do remote viewing. And what do you want to? I get sometimes, and I want to go to planet Mars, let's say. Close your eyes, and it's all whatever your imagination takes you. Do it. You feel happy as long as your imagination is your reality. If you think that you are in Mars when you close your eyes, then you are. So is a lot of fun stuff going. Meditation is communication with infinity inside and around. The things that we see are all perishable. But when two things are moving at the same time, then there is no change because both are moving at the same time. So in this world where everything is changing and every atom in this huge, as I said, the total matter is just the size of a golf ball, but everyone is there because the vibrations. So the matter as electrons and even when the muons rather, is all vibrating, creating a dense structure, a density that gives us a hardness, including to our bodies. So all these vibrations is movement. So nothing is static. Everything is moving. Everything in the universe is moving. And we are not thrown off the planet because we are going around sun, and sun is also going around other suns which are not visible, and so on to infinity. And infinity is something which you have to understand, which our mind cannot really even understand. Let's say we are sitting on a planet. Now this planet is like an electron and sun is like a neutron. So we are on an electron dancing around the neutron of the sun. And all the knowledge which is over out there says, okay, the Indian knowledge will say, Hindu knowledge will say, Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesha, positive, negative, and the balancer, the neutral. That's all. But we cannot grasp that or not consider that to be God. So we say, okay, Mr. Positive is going to be Mr. Brahma, the creator. The balancer, let it be called Mr. Vishnu. And of course, the destroyer is then the gentleman behind me, Shiva. And these are all misters, and they look like people, and they act like people. And just for a switch, Bible even has got the first, I'm reading the Bible, the Old Testament, has got fully and fundamentally a jealous God, a God who is jealous. I'm a jealous God. And so they cannot, anytime that the people start worshiping someone, the God comes and says, I'm a jealous God, and destroys or punishes in different ways. But so New Testament is really fresh. Like it has love. Society could not have survived if the old eye for an eye would have just continued, because as Gandhi said, then everyone would be blind, because the New Testament is love thy neighbor and offer the other. That's how we survive. So in this word of infinity, we don't see the infinity, but supposing we are in an atom, sitting in an atom, and we have so many atoms, we have so many electrons in our fingerprint that it's millions, billions, but even numbers don't mean anything. So it's so huge, the infinity of us sitting on an electron as a planet, and our finger also having millions of planets, maybe. So it is infinity up, infinity down, and our mind cannot grasp it. And even this infinity, okay, I can explain, so you can get to it somehow. But the infinity of the love of God, which is truly in the deepest part of your heart, even this infinity is nothing compared to the infinity of love in your heart, aka God. And for that, we need faith. That's why all this explanation. So, infinities that mind cannot grasp, but an even infinity deep inside us, in our heart, but smaller. In the Bible, it says smaller than a grain of mustard is the faith. And in the Hindu scriptures, one of the most ancient stories is about the son who comes home from university. The son has been sent by the father to university, and he comes back with an attitude and is not really helping. And his father is like, tearing, why did I send my son to this university? And now he's got an attitude. He doesn't want to work with home, and he doesn't want to work with the cows, nothing. He just thinks that he's a scholar. So one day he calls his son, this attitude, Mr. Attitude from university, and he says, "Did your teacher teach you that one knowledge, knowing which you know it all?" So, no, 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 I was taught astronomy, I was taught this, I was not taught geology, I was taught all these things. He said, "I'm not talking about that. Did you learn that one, knowing which you know all?" And the son then starts to listen. No, there was nothing like that. Then the father sits down and tells to the son, Swetaketu, whose name is, and he says, "Look, take this seed." Son takes the seed, says, "Cut it open." Son cuts it open. The seed, small seed, just like the grain of mustard. Do you see anything? He says, "I see nothing." And the father explains to him that in this nothingness is the infinity of mystery. That from this nothingness comes out a great oak tree, and so on. You don't see nothing in this seed, but that power is there everywhere. So we don't see infinity, but somewhere we know. And now in meditation, our job is to align, have faith, align with infinity inside, and see the infinity inside ourselves and see the infinity in everything. So you see that the planet is going to be dying and this and that, but matter is E is equal to mc square. So it will continue in some format. And that's why you can die even at your death, because the death happens at what level? At the level of body. Your spirit is also another name for infinity. The spirit, not at a level of ghost. So we have a level, we these days people are so attached to things that even when we leave the body, oh, I still want to be near this house for which I paid all my life, or I still want to be having this or that, and then it keeps on being around, and that's what known as a ghost. So you are dead, but you are so much in denial. No, I'm not really dead. I'm still living in this castle, etc., and whatever. So that's a castle. The rich places have got the ghost. You won't have a ghost in a shanty place in India or in a lot of places. You'll have ghosts in places where the person was so attached to something that even after dying, he or she is still attached to it. So that's what a ghost is, and that's what some of the spirits are. But at a level of soul. So the body has got, looks different. Me and you at a level of body, we are different. I'm here, you are there. Hopefully you don't look like me and have a like easier life, etc. And we are separated by distance. You might be also in a different time zone. And that's at the level of body. And if we meet, you are different, I'm different, we have different senses, and through these senses there is one. In every body there is one. It's not a duality experience. There is one experiencing all the millions and billions of senses experiences. The senses are five, but all the experiences for which we are really so much desperate for, so that is just five or six. Like some say, I have a six. Okay, Salavi. Now, to go beyond the senses, you need a framework of belief, and the belief is simple. Think of it that each one of is like a tree leaf. Each leaf is different. At a level of leaf, each leaf has a name and a place and a body, and says, "Oh, I'm different, you're different, and oh, you're located here, you're located." But then we open our hearts. Even now, even when I'm talking with you, meditation is already happening, and you can see how your heart is connecting to each one of us in the group. And when we are connected, when we are connected, we can exchange love from one infinity to another. we can serve the other with permission and with gratitude at the opportunity to serve. Because if the other person does not open heart and does not accept our love, then there is no self realization for us. So the other who is accepting our help is enabling us by letting us act. So you all, I'm indebted to you all. And if you all would say, Tarun, you spent around like 1 hour of my life. I want $20, $40, $200, whatever reasonable. I'll send it to you. No issues. No issues. Yes. During this time when you pretend that I am a teacher and through me, the clarity that you have asked for is flowing, doesn't that game and role playing help me? It does. Whatever flows through me, 1% sticks back to me. And then when I'm working and there are more, some of what I'm sharing with you sticks with me, and then I'm more calm. When you're calmer, you're more confident. When you're more confident, you can enjoy life more because you're not an emotional you. Oh, this is good, this is bad. I try to see everything using the force of will as a positive event. Trying to see and seeing it are two different things. Okay, but I try. Okay. So during meditation, the two key points that we are focusing on is the center of the sixth chakra, you want to call it, or third eye. And these chakras, they are conditional. The more you trust them, the more they open. But these are energy points also linked to the body. And the body has got a spirit. So think of it, each body has got something that energizes it. Think of it as prana or energy, and you each that energy also has got a level where if you are angry, it can become red, and people who are spiritual and in meditation and who work with energy, they can, hey, you, I can see that. And you can also see irritation itself just on the grimace, but you can also see something around them if you want. It might be pretend seeing, but it would be your reality, because your pretend, whatever you pretend is your reality inside your head, is your reality. You may not share it, but if you see that you see someone's aura as being pink or red, it's your personal judgment. Who is to say yes or no? But there is an energy around everyone. Otherwise, that the moment when someone dies, if you see, that energy leaves, and then you don't have. The Buddha called, when a famous prostitute, a beautiful prostitute died, then Buddha called all his people and said, look, till last night you were all willing to spend a night with her and you dreamed of, now are you willing to lie down with her? And they got cured of their infatuation, maybe for some days, maybe for some minutes, maybe some hours, maybe permanently. It was Buddha. So this body has got this flesh, etc. Then we have something that is activating it called prana. We identify it with the breathing, and we have an energy that we are called as aura. And behind this aura also, there is a spirit, something which even after death seems to be hanging on to likes and dislikes. There are cultures in which if you go to the graveyard in Bahamas and Caribbean, if you go to the graveyard and you are paying, in Russia, you want to pay respect, you leave a bottle of whiskey or something. And I've been told that the whiskey loses taste after 10-15 minutes. It's as if the spirit came, still wanting to drink and have a high. It wasn't good enough that it's already spirit and high, and had that alcohol, or rather, it was a spirit, it didn't have to take the physical, but the taste disappeared. So it enjoyed. And people say that that's a way of expressing gratitude, and I believe it. So there is a spirit, body, energy, that aura. The spirit is something, think of it as something that is hopping across bodies. So this body in this life, then it hops, and it may be having some lessons. Oh, last life was like this, so I'm going to avoid this life like this, or something. So past is also in that. And then beyond this body, the spirit can have a mind and can have an intellect, a way of thinking. So these are different gradations: body, energy as mind, intellect, and then the deepest part of you is the light. What else? What else? Do you think that it would be something else? No, it's like the size of a thumb, deep in your heart, or reflected in the deepest part of our intuitive knowledge in the center where the pineal gland is. And they mirror each other. Trust it, just like that. You will feel it. And the heart and the head have a connection. So if your head has got heavy thoughts, this had happened, that has happened, etc. So it creates a huge gray force that, oh, I'm angry at life, I have judgments, and that closes your heart. And the heart is like a lotus, very, very fragile lotus. It is open, and then the word does something which it shouldn't have, and it goes tick. And then the people want to keep that very delicate lotus, not knowing that it's really not really fragile. And they keep, then they create a huge like Fort Knox like system. This is our main goal, and they create a whole fort and etc. And it's all barriered up. The heart is not barriered up, and people live seemingly with less pain, but cold-heartedly, in such a great and total depression that they think that, oh, my heart did not get the pain. Stupid, you came for the pain. You came for the yo-yo rides on this planet and still be able to manage and enjoy them. And you went through the park and in an armored vehicle, and you didn't get off and you didn't enjoy any rides, etc. And what was the point then in coming? If you managed to live your life painlessly, and you were rich and you were good looking and you were lucky, then why would you get born? The point was to have a challenging life and win over it by still having a smiling heart, face death even with a laughter in your heart, and at no time be identified with this body, mind, intellect, energy, and even what is beyond it. Because all these things are transitory. And since everything is changing, as I said, if two rockets are moving at the same, they won't feel that there is a change, or rather, in terms of their speed or etc. If they are flying at the same, if two trains are running on the same direction, same speed, you will have a feeling that you're not moving. But in contrast to the train, there is a track which is not moving. So the train is only moving. The track is always there. It is the rock fundament. If the track would also move, then the train would also be moving, and consequently they'll be there only. Okay. So the track, the fundament that doesn't change anything, that doesn't skip over life, that does not have a personality, that is not transitory, is the soul, which is known as Atman. And everything that the Brahma, the creator God, has created, it's also everything that is which has been created. Think of it as being beyond Atma, Paratma, Para-Atma. And all meditation is when you are laying down a communication line. It is between your Atma and the whole of the universe, inside yourself, inside everyone, everything, and everything created and uncreated, seen and unseen, so that your heart, which was locked down, blossoms with rays streaming towards all the directions. Because these rays from your unlocked heart are the rays of gratitude and love for being on this planet and enjoying ups and downs. Some of the ups are we call pleasure, some of the downs we call it pain. And by praying with gratitude for both pain and pleasure, we go beyond pain and pleasure, become simple instruments of spreading love. Minus sans, the body, the mind, the intellect, because we are going to be closing eyes. The moment we close our eyes, We unfocus from our body, forget what our name is, forget even our age and all that, forget that time and space separate us. Instead, we connect with our hearts, see that time and space have not been explained by anyone. These are just dimension is just a scientific name to say something which has not been understood. See these as connecting forces, forces that connect everything and everyone. Hitler, Napoleon, you, Buddha, Christ, everything connected with a string of time. Everyone on the planet connected by space. So there is nothing different. There's no anything else. In Bible, Satana is someone else. Satan is not a devil. Satan is someone else. So someone else has always been a source of our issues. But when we connect at a level of soul, it's like the tree leaves are saying, oh, I thought that you are different, but I see that we have this different, you are just on a different branch. And now I see the root, and you and me have the same root. So how can I not wish you love? Because in loving you, I love myself. So that's how in meditation, that's why we close our eyes. And the chakras will also do them very fast. But the key to a chakra is that when your mind focuses on the symbols of God, and we are initiating each one of us, and we are initiating ourselves, the most powerful initiation. Focusing in the center of the forehead, draw an Om and make it Om, Om, Om. Draw a cross, and it goes with the vibration of Amin. Feel the vibration of Amin, Amin, Amin. And in the center of the forehead, draw the spiral of infinity, indicating from a point I become infinite love, light, and laughter. And with these three core energy symbols, now we focus our inner closed eyes on these symbols, drawing these symbols and feeling Om, Amin, Om Namah Shivaya. Amin, the cross means I spread love in all four directions. Om means I activate my divine self. They have got thousands of meanings. These are the meaning that we are taking for today. And the spiral means Om Namo Shivaya. I see God and infinity in myself. I see God and infinity in everyone. Focusing in the center of the forehead, our intellect, which is so diffused in experiencing the world through sensations, which is just the car, the vehicle of transport on this planet, and to which we had given total priority. I'm going to be living for my senses. Now we live for the one which is not in the driver's seat. So, which is the mind and the intellect. They lead our body to different places. But the passenger, the eternal, infinite soul power, in total peace and harmony, beyond these sheets of body, mind, intellect, energy, spirit. And as we focus on these symbols, the infinite powers of love and clarity are invoked in us, because when it was diffused, when our mind was following the senses, it was all over. Now it is razor like. And these symbols are keys to our own activation of love, light, and laughter in our head. Each brain cell becomes activated with love, light, and laughter. Each brain cell becomes golden, and pineal gland, which is at the center of the skull, becomes lighted up like a lamp, golden lamp, with its very presence, removing all sorts of gray thoughts of judgment, good and bad. And as all thoughts disappear like a clouds behind a sun, our heart fearlessly now opens like a flower. And you see in the center of this flower yourself, a mini you sitting in the tiniest part, in the deepest part of your heart, and feeling Amin, with a cross, Om with Om, Om Namo Shivaya with a spiral. And just feel the power of Om Namo Shivaya blasting away all your heavy thoughts and emotions that you had packed in your heart, so that your heart becomes pure golden lotus of love, light, and laughter. And the secret of the chakras is that we send love, light, and laughter with Om Namah Shivaya to all the feminine energy. And how we are going, we are still in a semi body, semi energy state. So when we breathe in air. But the moment it goes with inside our territory that we call the body, it becomes energy. So the moment we breathe in through the nose, Om, breathe in Om, it becomes energy, golden energy dropping to the heart. In the heart, it explodes. That's the quality of energy. Namo, the heart explodes with joy. Namo. And Shivai, you send love from the lotus of your heart, from the bursting lotus of your heart, to all the feminine entities on the world, to all the feminine energy, to Mother energy, which is also Mother Earth, and which is also your mother, biological mother, and all the mothers, and all the females that you have encountered in. You offer them blessings and gratitude from your bursting heart with Om Namo Shiva. Shiva, you become infinity of love, touching everyone. All the feminine entities you touch at their feet with respect, even your partners. And all anger, judgment, this, that, all other feelings which were negative and your own, God didn't create anger. You created it inside you. God only created love. It's the shadow of love. So you let go of all anger at all the feminine energy, and your first energy center, answering to your connection with the Mother Earth, is activated by sending love to all the feminine energy. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo Shiva. Breathe in Om Namo Shiva. And now you have no more anger at any feminine entity on the planet. You are totally at peace with your mother, Mother Earth, all the mothers on the planet, and you promise to be like a mother, supporting everyone unconditionally, just like the mother planet, Earth. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo Shiva. Now we send love to all our partners, everyone who has played any part, seen and unseen, totally. And that removes all your anger at all your sex and all that, and your sexual energy, which was always going horizontal, is now going vertically up. Om Namo Shiva. Sending love to all your partners, anyone who has played any part in your life, this or previous or future. You send love from your heart. Om Namo Shiva. And you have no more anger at anyone on the planet, no judgments. And now your sexual energy can go up, hitting your self-esteem center, the self-esteem center where your navel is, Manipur chakra, and it shines like the sun inside, because now you offer love to all the fathers on the planet, to the father's son, and you become like the sun, burning for others. That activates your self-esteem. And now the energy, the lower sexual energy at a lower level, is just biological energy of sex and animal like. At a level of heart, it is pure love. Om Namo Shiva. And you offer love to everyone who has played any role, especially the people at whom you had any anger. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo Shiva. Your heart is now a temple of joy, a church of self realization, a michet of happiness for others. And you bless everything and everyone, and your heart is full of joy. You're totally self realized. The sexual energy has become pure love, and now you're ready to communicate only love. And your throat center of communication, you promise to communicate only love in all your acts and thoughts. Om Namo Shiva. And now there is no heaviness in the lower part of your body. So now the love, The sexual energy became love in your heart. Now you take it at a level of intellect to the third eye, and it becomes total devotion to the universe. Om Namo Shiva. And your pineal gland is exploding with the clarity that you have, all of us have to live for others. Om Namo Shiva. Om, an explosion at a pineal gland of a dual sun. One sun is in your stomach, one sun is the lotus like energy is in your heart. And now, at a level of head, the sexual power which became love in the heart is becoming total devotion to the infinity of love, which is also known as God. Om, Namo, and your inner universe, all the stars in the universe, all the planets, all the black holes, everything is inside your head. Not only is the infinity of the universe process there, but the universe actually is your brains. So light up your sun inside there in the pineal gland and see the universe, each brain cell as a golden star. Om Namo Shiva. So you become the infinity of the universe. You lose touch with this body, name, life, previous life stories. You become total universe. And you see all inside your head the infinity of stars. Om Namo Shiva. And you become infinite love. Om Namo Shiva. And with that, your third eye is awakened to who you are, your infinity of love. That's what the power of the third eye is. And now that everything and everyone in the universe is inside you, and you are inside everything in the universe, you can find out anything that you want about your own life. So whoever is the, you see the stars inside yourself and see that you are infinite first. And whoever is Rishabh, you have to let go of whatever happened 3 years and 8 months ago. There is a huge loss and a shake-up. And you send love to whatever happened 3 years and 8 months ago, and you become free. Om Namah Shiva. 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 Now, when you do not have anything heavy in your body, I want you to, if possible, sit in a way that you press your perineum point by sucking in air as if you have been hit in the stomach. Om. And that will raise the level of energy up to your heart. Namo. Shiva, it goes to your throat, and I want you to roll back your tongue so that your tongue is rolled back and it is touching the upper part. Om Namo Shiva. So that when I do Om, we as a group, you suck in your stomach and hit yourself as if you're hitting Om. And then you push at a physical energy and your intent level. You raise your sexual energy up, shooting up. In a group, it goes up as a shooting star, as a rocket. Namo to your heart, opening the heart. And then it goes to your tongue, and the tongue is rolled back. So it easily goes to the center of your head. Now, the exercise is in India, this is known as Khechari mudra. So a lot of people die every year when they try to cut the root of the tongue so that it can be rolled back more and more. But what I want you to do is imagine the energy of your tongue is like that of a snake, which is shooting out. And your tongue cannot roll back beyond a certain point. But the energy at the tip of the tongue, I want you to take it and hit the pineal gland when I say Shiva. And the moment the energy hits, it's like a snake is hissing and biting with its tongue. It's hitting out at whatever the object is effortlessly. And when it hits the energy of the center of the pineal gland, There'll be an explosion of energy, of your own clarity of who you are. So Om Namo going up, Shivai across the road, and Shivai reaching out and hitting, imagining that your energy has got an extension of energy. So your tongue is rolled back to a certain point, but the energy of the tongue, it goes out and hits the pineal gland in the center of your skull. And that explosion will lead you to your state of, and the eyes need to be rolled back. Eyes need to be rolled back slightly, the head also slightly rolled back so that the tongue energy has got an easier time in finding its target. Om Namo Shiva. 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 Feel the nectar of peace, calm, and clarity dripping from that central pineal gland, dripping down to your body, calming it down and healing you of anything that made you see yourself as a small, limited person with this restriction or that restriction. See yourself as infinity soul power moving through this planet with a body, with the sole purpose of serving others, with the sole purpose of serving others. Om Namo. Tongue rolled back. Shiva, imagine, and it will be so. The energy inside you is guided by your imagination at this time. Om, sucking back your stomach as if I'm hitting you there. Om Namo, the sexual energy which was dormant is shooting up, opening the heart, and the heart mystery enables you to move beyond communications and everything across the tongue, which is like a snake hitting out and striking at the pineal gland in the center of your perceived universe, where the infinity of the stars, and each of the star is a brain cell, and each star is shining, and each star has got a memory of your past life, and each star is shining gold, and now you can see your previous life, everything that has happened, everything that will happen, everything that is happening as perfection. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo Shiva. Eyes rolled back, seeing both eyes focused on to your crown of the head. The tongue hitting the pineal gland and both eyes focused over out there so that the explosion is leading to a volcanic flow of gratitude to the center of the universe from your crown. Om Namo Shiva. And you can leave the body. You can go with the energy, leaving this body. You can leave through the crown of your head and see yourself sitting in this heads up, eyes rolled back, tongue rolled out, and see yourself use this energy to leave the body. Om Namo Shiva. See yourself from above this body. See yourself from the infinity of the universe. See your previous lives and laugh at yourself. Remember your main purpose to serve others. Om Namo Shivaya. Come back to this universe, come back to this planet, activating each and every brain cell with pure love. As you come down and take over your body again, activating your heart with pure love, activating your liver so that there is no anger at anyone, activating your kidneys so that there is no fear of anything or anyone, activating your spine so that there is no stress in your body, activating your shoulders so that there is no sense of responsibility of things. The universe is carrying you, not you carrying the universe. Activating and ensuring that your heart from now is in a smiling position, no matter what happens on the planet with your body, with your life. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. We are all praying with Jenya and sending to her. Om Namo Shivaya. Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Now all sending love to others, and others are sending love to those people that they know. Om Namo Shivaya. Dula. Dula 3 times. Om Namo Shivaya. At the level of body, mind, and intellect. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya Gun. Om Namo Shivaya Jennifer and for her brother. Om Namo Shivaya Jennifer. Om Namo Shivaya. He'll be well. He'll be well for sure. Om Namo Shivaya Preeti. And we are blessing her so that she can take her exam and help others also. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya Rita and her husband. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Sanam, and she wants to help pray for Hoda. Sanam and Hoda. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Dima, enlightenment. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. And he wants to share it with his daughter. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Olga, Catherine, and her relatives. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya Rose. Om Namo Shivaya Lisa. Lina. Om Namo Shivaya Marina. Om Namo Shivaya Jarina. Om Namo Shivaya Julia. Julia and Edek. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya Anna. Om Namo Shivaya Jean. Shivaya Jean. Om Namo Shivaya Brio granddaughter. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. So the technique is, you can use the previous technique also of pressing on the perineum with Om Namah Shivaya, focusing first on these symbols. Clean out your head, open your heart, shoot the sex energy, making it into pure love in your heart. Then when it reaches the head or the third eye, making it into devotion. And once that is there, then you can get the blessings to leave the body also if need be. So usually this energy doesn't flow so easily because of our thoughts in the head. So when we close our eyes and focus in the center of the forehead, the presence of these symbols are focused onto the Om and enforced with the praying meditation or mantra of Om Namah Shivaya, Amin. That creates the light in our head, the divine light, by focusing on these symbols, that removes the heavy, just like a candle light removes darkness. It doesn't fight with it. It just is there and removes darkness. And when the head has got nothing heavy that clamps and closes our heart, then only the heart can open. As long as we have these thoughts of I, me, mine, and I have this and I don't have that, and we have judgments and etc., those thoughts, they do not let the heart open, because most of the thoughts are out about desires and hidden fears. So we focus on the symbol, feel the power of the prayer and the meditation, and our intent is always to be able to serve others. And the moment we focus that, slowly the heart opens. And when the heart is open, then the lower energy, most people have a locked heart, so their sexual energy is just biological energy, and they live like most of the people, not they, but we live like animals, just having just dreaming of some sex and rubbing our bodies with someone. And even if we were to rub our bodies with everyone on the planet, when we die, is that really a good enough answer that you're going, oh, I rubbed my body with around 100,000 or 10,000 or 1,000 or one? No, it's not. So take off that out the question. But connecting with the heart, that's what we came for. So a lot of sublimation is happening around the planet. Instead of connecting at the heart, we are angry at life for happening, for this and that happened. And then the hearts are locked, and we are left with just biological horizontal body moves, and that is known as basically as sex. But we came for this. That's why even people who have lots of sex may end up with depression. Even I was surprised, but it does happen. That's why they have all these shops, etc. Like the sex addiction, etc. Those people sometimes are suicidal. So it's just that they are looking for a sublimation because the heart is not connected. Once your heart connects, and then you have sex, good. You don't have sex, you're still okay. And if you have it at a level of devotion, then it is an unconditional exchange of love. There's nothing really. Then it's an intellectual exercise in some ways. So there is no conflict then, or less of a conflict. And when you are ready to serve the other, that's all that your communication. How can I serve you in whichever, using my body, mind, and how can I serve you? How can instead of looking for happiness, we say, how can I make you joyous? And so that I become an instrument of giving you happiness and joy. And that's what total self-realization is about. So use the Om Namah Shivaya, Amin, focusing on these symbols, unlocking your heart, and serving the universe. And the universe will find ways to utilize you. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Okay. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. And you can, if you have some questions, you can always send it to psychicyoga@gmail.com or get in touch with me. There's no money charge or nothing, like it's all an act or dance of playing roles. So if you do get in touch with me, I'll be playing the role, oh, I know more than you, and I will pretend, and you will be playing the role of someone who is getting healed, and that's how the healing thing works. Each someone has to trust you that, oh, I'll pretend that you are a healer, and you say, okay, I'll pretend to be a healer for you. So in this pretend role, there is only a flow of energy of love. There is no real ego involvement. Oh, I healed this, or I did this, etc. So whatever you do it as an instrument, and then you don't own the result. You try to heal someone with COVID, but the person dies, means that he or she didn't want to be on the planet anymore. It's okay. Don't make a big deal of it. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya.